What's up, though? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the What Up, Though show. It's your boy, Dame D.
And your boy E Skeezy.
BJ3 in the house. What up, though?
Chilling. We gonna pick y'all brain today. We came up with a topic. What if the dirt you did came back on your kids? Would you still do the dirt you doing now? I mean, think about it. This don't mess with y'all because we was young, but now we older. You remember the game we ran on girls? Now we got daughters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
That dirt came back on your kids.
Okay.
Not just so some of the stuff today, it actually affect the people around you. You know, just say for instance, some of us sold drugs. What if your loved ones get strung out on drugs? You see what I'm saying?
Now, would you consider that karma or you just consider that life?
Right. That's what I was gonna say. So yeah, go ahead, Pimp. Iterate on that.
I'm asking a question. I'm trying to get it.
I would say a little bit both. For the simple fact, it's like a seed you sow. And then when it come forth with fruition, you seem shocked or surprised. You see what I'm saying? Say if you was a woman beater, and then you get a call from your daughter, Daddy, he hit me. And then you having flashbacks to when you was going upside that chick head. See what I'm saying?
Right, I get it. So yeah, if you look at it in that aspect, I kind of get what you're saying. You meaning like if you was abusive towards, a woman, in your past or your present, and now since you're, we grown and we got kids now, your kids may call you like your daughter calling you like, Dad, this nigga don't put his hands on me, So I guess what you're saying is, that's instant karma pretty much back on your kids. So yeah, I can attest what you kind of say. So BJ, go on ahead and tune in on that. What do you think about that from that aspect?
Man, you know what? Honestly, that's one of them thoughts that you have, but then, if you was a guy like some of us were back in the days, you don't really want to think about that too much because like he said, the stuff we was doing in college, do that need to come back on the kids? Because the girls, they was participating. They was willing participants, and like we was.
Right. Well,
it was all about choice. We had choice too. We could have sat on the sideline. We could have participated. We chose to participate.
Well, if you put it in that aspect, BJ, we're not gonna say the things that we did in college that the girls may participated on. I guess we're talking about like. Well, you know what?
No, let's keep it like that. Just like it is. Okay, say you're a freak in college, and then your daughter go off to college, and now she a freak. How you gonna get mad when you see what I'm saying? You like, damn, I sold those.
If you was a freak in college, when your daughter go off to college, you already kind of sizing up, what kind of person she gonna be. You already know, like, hey, we know freshman year.
No, they didn't know what we was gonna be.
No. Nobody knew what we was gonna be. Nobody knew what we was gonna be. We didn't even know. But
that's what I'm saying. So we not gonna know. We not gonna know how they gonna be. They gonna like, Daddy, yeah, I'm finna study, and then as soon as you hang up, click, he gone. All right, turn the music back up. Yeah,
right. Girls gone wild. Basically, you saying some girls gone wild type shit.
How was you when Unc called you and you like, hold on, cut the music down? Yes, Father.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
So, mute that. Everybody be quiet. It's my daddy. And
okay. Let's go. And they did the same thing now.
Right. So in that aspect, I kind of agree. So if we looked at it like from that point of view, I think a lot of things that we did in college, a lot of people will be straight A students. A lot of things that we did, like far as just fooling around and mess around, we would not do if we knew that it would come back on our daughters. The things that we did as young men. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like what you are meant to do when you go to college. So that's a good perspective when you look at it that way. But we
It's
all get
more
wild and
to it
loosen
than
up
the
when we go to
college and the
college.
freaky side.
Say
It's
that
more to
again.
it than the college and the freaky side of it, like you
The
were saying,
manipulation and
abusive.
all of that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. All the
you
dirt, the
don't
dirt,
wanna,
dirt.
right. You don't see your daddy and they not seeing their daddy. All of this is like a circle. The seeds you sow today is gonna come back,
Okay.
regardless. You might not feel it though, and this topic came from people that think they big and bad, 7 times 3, they 21, can't nobody touch them. You see what I'm saying? All right, yeah, you never get away with nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's how I come back. Karma don't always come how you sow it out. It'll come in a form you never know. You done beat somebody up. Next thing you know, somebody you know and love and close to, they in the hospital.
Right.
That's just the way of the energy.
Right. See, and
Yeah.
then we can also talk about for those who were who we went to school with from elementary maybe to high school, for those who may be bullies. You actually gave me a story about a bully manual about a young lady who was a
Right.
bully in school. So I want you to go on here and
Right.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good example. She was a bully in school. I mean, took people lunch, pushed people around, because she was big and bad. And
Mm-hmm.
nobody touched her. Her classmates, she was, I guess, big in her class. But
Mm-hmm.
now she's older and she's not a bully. She done changed, softened up or whatever. She still got somewhat of an attitude, but now she getting notes and calls from her school, her son's school. Now her son getting bullied, and he ain't in the state where he could fight back. And you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now she have to think about this. Like, wait a minute, I did bully kids when I was in school, and now her son is getting bullied. Hey,
Right.
that's a fun. I come back. You
Yeah,
think
that's
can't
deep.
nobody touch you? Just think about your kids.
Right. Yeah, that's deep when you
Yeah.
look at it like that, because we all have went to school with bullies and dealt with bullies, and in that aspect, it would be nice to see those bullies get what they deserve for doing what they did back in school, but it's coming back on their kids. So in that aspect, it's kind of it kind of sucks for the kids. So I guess in that aspect, while we're bringing up this conversation and this topic, for those who watching is you kind of want to watch what you do to people and to others, because it may come back, not just on you, but it may come back on your children or your kids, we should say. So kind of so that's what we kind of talk about. So BJ, we're gonna go on ahead and let you come up with something you think that you may have done, or just come up with a story that you may think that deals with the topic that we're talking about.
I can search my brain for some stuff, but I would definitely say it's something in the Bible about basically children respecting their parents, or their lives to be shortened.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I know
I
exactly
mean
what you mean.
that's something that can be looked at as well. I mean, it's with the same topic, just because like we said, and if you do something the kids get, it's like if you disrespectful to parents, and your mama put your mama and your dad through hell as a kid, a lot of times your damn kids is gonna be a handful. It come back. It do. I
Right.
mean, like you said, it may not come back exactly, just like your story, a girl was the bully and now her son is being bullied. It may not be a straight line like that, but
Right.
something,
Okay.
something, you know what I'm saying? So it's possible, man. You do have to, it can come back a couple different ways. Like, I live out here in LA, and man, it's crazy how they do with these gangs. Cause like they know the whole history about this person and this gang killed somebody in my family 3 generations ago, and they keep that.
Right.
They remember that. You know what I'm saying? They live off that. Like, oh, he killed my grandfather. I'm sorry, how you don't even know? But they live off that, and it's like you can do stuff and it's because of what you're doing. You're gonna automatically put your children in a situation where they're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Because if
And
you out there
now
banging
you
and you
got
doing some
a
stuff,
now you got a nephew or a
right,
niece grew up
right,
ready to go kill an OG.
right. And now even I mean you done wisened up. You was a kid and you was thinking this, thinking that. And now, like you said, we got I got grandbabies, you know what I'm saying? I got grandbabies at this point in my life. So it's like some stuff that I would have jumped on and started doing, when I was 19, 20, 30. Man, I ain't think about that, you know what I'm saying? But the kids, like you said, now, but the kids are, and they want to live that because they seen us, they
Right.
heard about us or whatever the case is. Like, oh, I want to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Like really, like, we're gonna put out there. Growing up, man, my dad was that dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was all the girls, like I wanted them all.
Right.
Like my dad had to, he was that dude. My dad was
Right.
that dude. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he did that, and now it's something in me that I'm fighting with, and it's not necessarily a good thing, like I'm married now, but as a kid it was like, or as an adult, psychologically when it came to females, I looked at them a certain type of way, and it was like the want and the desire was. It was like a
I
hard
just
drive. Like you said, shit, if we focus in school instead of chasing tail, niggas be doctors in this bitch. You know what I'm
I want
saying?
to iterate on that because I ain't talked to you or seen you in about 20 years.
Man,
But
I know. I was telling my wife
coming up
about you. You look
with
good,
a
man. You
name
look
like
good.
Pimp, you better have been getting all the girls.
It wasn't
Right.
on purpose. That way
how,
it was just,
how
you know what
how
I'm
you
saying?
gonna
It
have a
wasn't,
name like Pimp with no girls?
man, it just happened. It just happened.
Right, right. Okay, well,
He
yeah,
married now.
pretty much, we just we sitting here chopping it up. The name of the title is the karma that you did as an adult, or just if the karma that you did come back to come on your kids, what you do the things that you're doing now. So we pretty much just sitting up chopping up about that. So we want y'all to come on in, weigh in. We sent out the Zoom links. I sent out personal links to people to come in. So you can go on ahead and finish saying what you were saying, Skeezy.
I was talking earlier about like immediate karma.
Right.
A lot don't take the time to think about how they're affecting their kids with the decisions they make today. You have women that continue to do drugs and drink while they pregnant, and
Right.
Right.
then birth they have a
I work
child with
with a lot of them. I work with a lot of them. It's rough, man.
it.
They be messing these kids up.
They have a speech impediment, or and that child didn't even have a chance, but now that child is paying the price for something their parents did.
Right.
Yeah,
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 that's deep.
yeah, yeah.
So I
And
guess,
to answer the question, my
go ahead,
bad, go ahead.
BJ. Go ahead.
To answer the question to the show, I like to try to cross all the T's and dot the I's. To answer the question, would I do the same stuff if I knew it was gonna come back? And you know what I'm saying, like I'm the type of dude, really, like people ask me like, would you? I'm the type like I I've enjoyed life up until this point, and I wouldn't necessarily take anything back. The whoopings and everything that I got. You know what I'm saying? I needed those. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't necessarily take nothing back. But if it was a couple things I would do different, it would be something to look out for the kids. And if you had a laundry list in front of me my freshman year, and you said, all right, if you do this, this, and this is how this is going to affect your kids. Then yeah, man, if you knew that going into it, yeah, you might make some different decisions. But some decisions like shit, they gonna have to live life and they gonna be all right. Somebody gonna run a little game. They gonna have to learn a little game when somebody's spitting stupid stuff and when somebody's sincere. And that's our job. You know what I'm saying? It's on us to teach our daughters when somebody coming at them foul, or when somebody coming at them because it's because they really like them, or they trying to get with them that night. So
Right.
yeah, would I do some things different? Maybe a couple, but I wouldn't change my whole damn life. I would be like, oh, I would never do it, man. Hey, hey, I
Right.
wouldn't change a whole lot of stuff.
Right. Now I
I'm
Yeah,
agree with you on that. Now, and it's all about enjoying your life. But if I go back and think about some of the things that I did, I would go back and change a few things, like far as just being what's the word I'm looking for? Not a male chauvinist, but just some of the things that I did with with women over the years. So, I definitely wouldn't want that to come back to karma on
I
my
can't say
sons
I
or
wouldn't.
any of my daughters. So, I probably would change some of the ways, some of the things that, I was
Like
slick
what?
about
I want to
with
know.
women. Go ahead,
Like
BJ.
what? What would you change? I want to know. Like, cause I'm trying to think. Like, what would I change or who wouldn't I done? I don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what though? Like, what would you have changed?
I mean,
I can really only say like maybe 1 or 2 situations I might have been like, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Maybe if I really think hard, but like,
right. I mean,
in general,
I can,
everything was.
look at me, BJ. I can think of a few things that that we can think like far as if the karma came back on our door. So, but yeah, when it is pretty much
I'm gonna
like you
say,
said, BJ. I wouldn't pretty much change too much things in my life. I don't have too many regrets. But it will be. But if I actually knew some of the things that I did would come back and be instant karma on my kids, I probably would rechange some of the things that I did. But go ahead, Easy.
bye, Felicia.
You silly, y'all silly.
You would
See,
change
but,
that?
but
What was harmful about that?
right,
What was harmful about that?
yeah.
Bye,
That was all
Felicia.
the fun and games.
Right.
Bye.
See, in a situation
I
like that,
wouldn't want
it's
my
all fun
daughter.
and games. But I guess if we look at it in the aspect of
He's
the
married
title,
now. We
like
all married now. We was
But I
we
right,
was in
wouldn't want
college.
right. I
I
guess he's saying it like this, Pimp.
I wouldn't want my
Like if you
daughter to
look
be
at it, would you
Felicia.
want your daughter to be Felicia?
But look, we didn't make Felicia Felicia.
No,
Huh?
you're right.
What
But
you say, Pimp?
we
We didn't
sowed
make
seeds
Felicia
into
Felicia.
Felicia.
Right. No, we did not. But we just talking about the title. Like if you think about some of the things that we
That's what I'm
did.
saying. Like, would I not do that? That means we not doing a whole lot. My whole life. It's a lot of my life that I'm not doing.
Right. Yeah.
It was willing
But
participants.
I'm gonna share this with y'all. Look, and you answer the question all over again. Now I got this from my niece. She say sometimes you got to trick yourself to help yourself. All right.
Okay.
So
Break it
this,
down. Break it down.
I used to razzle dazzle a little bit myself. I had a black book, but I got married, and my first marriage, I cheated, and I learned and I suffered from that as well.
Right.
So now my marriage I'm in now, my state of mind is, what if you cheat on your wife and one of your kids die?
no, that's
Now
deep,
I was
Easy.
literally in a situation like that, but I wasn't in the driver's seat. When I lost my daughter, my wife wasn't home.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that was something she sold. At the time we
Now
was
you
legally.
mean at the time that you were in that act? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wasn't the one cheating.
Okay.
She was out and about at the time my daughter died.
Right.
Now I'm saying that was immediate karma.
Okay. On your ex-wife is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never know, and I'm not saying it was. I wouldn't put that on.
Yeah, you can't. Don't do that. E. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm
That's
just
heavy.
showing you. This is something I read with.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
where were you? I'm just being transparent. My life is an open book. But she know I wouldn't bash her like that. So you got to know who's speaking and their character. So she know it's not nothing.
Right.
But this is something I dealt with. Like, what if it's something I did? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Came back on my daughter. I kicked this guy so hard one time as a teenager, it ruptured his spine, his rectum, and everything. And now my son has Crohn's disease. You see what I'm saying? What if that was, karma that came back to my kids? See, I always put myself in other shoes, not just mine. It's easy to wear your own shoes, they comfortable.
You know what?
But sometimes other shoes is too tight and too big, You think you could put them on, but once you get them on, they too big. Now you're getting blisters. You see what I'm saying? You wanted to put them on, but they too tight.
Right.
Now you really getting corns.
Now
So
I got some instant. I got a story about that actually what happened with me and you, Easy. Remember, it was this was when on Mendota, remember you had a situation with the lights hurting your eyes, and you used to turn them off, and I would turn them back on.
Yeah. And you be like,
What-
damn,
you-
nigga.
Yeah, and I will, let me switch this camera back. Listen, and this may be true. This may be instant karma that came back on me versus my kids. Now to this day, certain lights give me migraine headaches, and I think about E-Skeezy every time now. From this point on, I'm like, dang, maybe this is from what I did to him by turning them lights back on. Now I'm having instant karma, with these migraine headaches with certain lights, because certain lights giving me terrible migraine headaches. So yeah, I literally got my instant karma back from you on that, because I literally fucked with you on that situation, and I understand what you was going through at that time, but now, I understand what you was going through, and I'm gonna say now, I apologize to you, for tormenting you. You see what I'm saying? As a kid, because sometimes as a kid we do horrible things. So, it's just like one of the conversations that we had, that we just had recently about righting your wrong. So I'm righting my wrong with you now. I apologize for tormenting you with the lights, because now I'm paying for it. So hopefully none of my children won't end up with this situation where they have migraines with certain lights. So go ahead.
Hey, let me flip it just a little bit. And it's, again, I'm with E. If you know the character, then you know ain't nobody bashing nobody.
Right.
But just look at it like this too. Who you pick to have babies with, that matters.
That's right.
That's deep.
That matters, because you can pick somebody that has done some things already.
Right.
And your kid is going through some shit and you don't know why.
Right.
But that person had done some things, and that karma, like you talk about, is coming back on the kid.
Right.
You've been affected by it because it's your kid, but it didn't happen because of you.
Right.
Right.
I'm just saying,
It's saying your broadband
back.
is kind of low, BJ, but we still hear you. I know you on your way home from work.
Well,
so
I'm
go ahead. We still hear you.
I'm getting close to the door. There we go.
Okay.
One
so
end of campus to the next.
Probably be a little bit better. Man, it's still daylight there.
No. It's almost 10 at night. I'm just in a well-lit room.
Oh, okay. But go ahead. You can finish saying what you were saying. No, that's deep though, BJ. And you're right about that. That's why I guess you should vet people. If we know what we know now going forward, we would have vetted people that we were in relationships with before we actually start having kids by those people. But you live and you learn. But I agree with you.
Yeah. You're wondering why your kid got certain characteristics and they doing certain things, and it's definitely a direct connection because of it's definitely a direct connection from the stuff that their mama been doing or has done.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Whether it's good or bad, but I guess karma sometimes, necessarily, is karma always a bad thing?
Well,
they make it sound
actually, go ahead, B.
No, go ahead. They make it sound that way, but do it have to be? That's
right.
A good question.
No, I guess it don't have to be. Go ahead, E.
It's a good chalk line. It's a good guideline. It's a good fence. For the simple fact, you reap what you sow. I mean, don't put it out there.
That's about it.
Okay.
Don't come back.
So I guess karma kind of is, if you look at it in that aspect, it's kind of meant for, for you to kind of watch what you do to others, because it can come back on you or people you love. So go ahead and you can speak on that more.
Oh, the worst karma to me, and I hate to say it, but I asked it a while now. I said to myself, now, which one of my fucking brothers and sisters done lied and put something on my mama? You know how motherfuckers be like, yo, I put that on my mama.
Right.
Like,
right.
what? And you just don't know, man. I had so many questions, but don't put nothing on no loved one when you know you lying just to get somebody to believe.
To think you telling the truth. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, niggas do that so much.
Put that on my kid. Yeah,
right.
I put that my dead mom. Nah, don't do all that.
Right.
Just tell the truth. It's gonna come to the light regardless.
Right. You know, because so many, and I'm not gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna say I've done it per se, but you know, I've said things like in that aspect, you know, like I put it on something like that, you know, it may not always been genuine, but I don't, you know, it's things like that I will not put on my kids, you know, especially if I'm not, even whether I'm telling the truth or not, you know, to get somebody to believe me, you know. So I agree. That's one thing that you should not do is try to put force somebody to believe you by putting karma on your kids or putting it on your
All right.
kids.
I got 5 minutes. I'm gonna hit the road.
Okay.
All right. So what about dang, I had something I was about to say. Shoot. I'll come back to it. I can't think what I'm about to say.
You can even say candy.
Go ahead.
That karma
Oh.
for you and your kids.
So
Your
look.
dad, and they be junkies.
That too. So okay, so look, so what about this? What about this? Because I hear y'all and E, you can connect a lot of things. You connect a lot of things to something or somebody as far as karma. Now, do you guys think that everything that happens happened because of something somebody else did? You see what I'm saying? I'm saying that the reason I'm asking is because I got a coworker, and every time something happened, it don't matter if it's to his tire or to his son or at the game or whatever it is. If anything that happened, he'd be like, "Oh man, that's karma," and he just be like, he just say something. I'm like, that's because you ran over a nail, man. That ain't necessarily karma. You just got a flat. You know what I'm saying? I ride my bike and I get a flat probably every couple months. And if you do any type of Googling, that's accurate. If you look up people that ride bikes, it's part of riding the bike. You don't get a flat from time to time. You know, every
Well,
couple months.
he just identifying with the wrong he know he done.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, do you take that? Oh, my son bumped his head. You know what? I should have never told that girl she was cute when I had a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that happened, he connected to something. I'm like,
Well,
man, I don't know if that's
yeah,
necessarily karma.
yeah, I see what you're saying in that aspect. If you look at it in that sense, you're gonna everything that you do in life, you're gonna be second guessing, you know, and you may
Yeah,
not.
you're gonna be everything that something happened to somebody, like, man, who did that? It's
Right.
like now you putting another strain, another stress on your mentals. And everybody know the number one killer is stress. You know,
Right.
I try to let stuff go, man. If I can make
I
the
mean,
change, I make the adjustments.
sometimes it rain regardless to whether you got your umbrella or not. Like I could use my grandma as well as your grandma. I know these is two good virtuous women. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And never did no wrong. You know, helped and loved everybody. My grandma
They
ain't
was
never
young
touched
too.
nobody. You see what I'm saying? She
They
ain't
used
never
to be young too.
none of that. Took care. I'm telling you, one
Uh-huh.
her whole life, you know what I'm saying? And now she done lost both her daughters, her son, one son died. You see what I'm saying? And I know she ain't do nothing to participate in that to look for no karma, you know. But some things happen, and you right, you didn't do nothing. It did just happen. But
It's just
we
life, yeah.
are better with our own karma than somebody else can tell you that's what you get. That's for when you did that shit to me. You see what I'm saying? See
Right.
how I
Mm-hmm.
identify with it? I didn't identify with that as his karma. He did.
Yeah, well,
Right.
if you and that's pretty much kind of relating back to what BJ just said. If you look at it in that aspect, I guess everything that we do in life that we may have done wrong, you can probably go back somewhere and find something that happened to maybe you or your loved ones and say, you know, that was that karma that you did when, you know, when you did such and such and such and such. You know what I mean?
This
So
just downloaded Fresh Manna from Heaven. This what karma is. Karma is your steering wheel. You driving, you controlling the wheel. How do you want your karma to come back? Good or bad?
Right.
You know, you're gonna have to, it's
Right.
gonna turn for the better or for the worse.
But
You control that karma.
Reap what you sow is real. Yeah, reap what you
Right.
sow is real.
And I can't.
Come back.
And I kind of remember what you was trying to get. You was trying to say, BJ. I think you were trying to iterate on when you were talking about the father and the kids, or the mother and the kids. I think what you were maybe was trying to say is the sons may reap the sins of the from you may reap the sons. I forget. I don't want to. I can't. I'm not saying it word for word. The sons will reap the sins of the fathers. I forget exactly how it goes. It'll come to me in a second.
Yeah.
But that's actually a scripture in the Bible.
And the sons should keep the sins of their father.
Right.
But
it goes something like that.
And as children, obey your mother and father.
And your father, right.
The days shall they add unto thee.
Or your days shall be shortened.
Right.
And it's actually a verse in there too that goes vice versa with that with the parents too. But I kind of think was that
the anger.
Say that again.
Yeah, don't rush to anger.
Don't provoke your children to anger.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. They're supposed to be fucking with it. Keep fucking with it. They know they weak. Leave them alone.
Right. So, I guess a lot of so that can kind of play back too with the karma, some of the things that, our parents might have, Damon, go do this and such do this, and you might have not done that at the time when they told you to do it. And then you may wonder now why, when you tell your kids to go clean up the kitchen or take out the trash, why, it may take you 10 to 20 times to tell them that, or you might have to pull that belt out. You know what I mean? So in that sense, BJ, what you were saying, it kind of would fall on everything that that you've done, as a kid, and it would fall back on, just everything that you did as a, in your lifespan, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I try to live, the life the way you're supposed to, but sometimes you make bad decisions. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the way. Okay. I'll see you there.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but everything I've done and growing up and all of that, man, it's life, man. I can't.
You kind of fading out, BJ.
Regret it. I'm almost going back to the light.
Okay. Well, go ahead and finish up Skis.
I'll take y'all mind on the illustration of the topic at hand. Would you do the stuff you doing now if you knew that the karma would come back on your kids? All right, let's not forget, we got a lot of elderly now. To us, they're elderly. Yeah, but these elderly used to be slave masters, and they used to torment Black people. Some probably even live long enough to hang some and, throw rocks at them and fire hose. And now we see something on the news like little Timmy got murdered, or a man killed his 3 kids, shot him in the back of the head, executioner style, and we like, oh man, this man crazy. What he do that for? Yeah, but what if his pops was killing Black people, or his great-great-grandfather was hanging Black people from trees to torment other Black people, burning Black crosses in the yards? And now we fast forward to today, and all we see is they karma.
Right. It's a lot, man. We can go on, because most of the wealthy people were ruthless, 100 years ago. All these names, the Rockefellers and who pop, all them people was killers. You know what I'm saying? So they kids are reaping the benefits as the financial, but at the same time, a lot of time they have a whole lot of mental issues too. So I guess if you look at one way, you could take it away with the other hand. So I wouldn't want to have all the money and then be mentally messed up and can't even enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what, BJ, I agree with you 100%, because me and East Keys, we had this same conversation about a few episodes or something ago. And I said, and it kind of had something to do with karma. I'm like, well, what about, and I said the same exact thing, all the slave masters, owners who did all those horrible things like raping, the killing and all that. I'm like, their kids are still benefiting off of
Living good.
their seeds, you see what I'm saying, that they sold back from those days, you know, with monetary wise, you know. So, you know, but you know, but like you said, a lot of things could come back on those kids for that, you know. So I don't know, you know, in that aspect, I don't think, you know,
Yeah, then they get caught for embezzlement and got to do 20 years in prison. They can't take that.
Without that.
See how that come back?
Yeah.
you know, but a lot of those
Gentlemen,
people would want to see
gotta get on this
direct
bike.
karma. You know, well, I guess in that aspect, you wouldn't see direct karma as far as if you went back that far. So, you know, that's a whole
I gotta
nother
get out of here.
conversation. So I'm gonna leave that one. I'll leave that one alone. I'll let you deal with that one.
Hey, I just want to say this before BJ go, and I love you, son. Hey, y'all remember the George Floyd situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he wound up dying with the police abusing him.
Right.
But did y'all know he was abusing his old lady?
They talked about that.
I mean, I get into that. Yeah. I mean, no, he was
You
abusing
just never
drugs and he
know
was
how it's gonna
abusing
come
all
back.
that.
See what I mean? By when you think you big and bad enough and can't nobody do nothing to you, it still got a way to come back to you.
Yeah. You know, and
This
a lot of
man
those
said,
reports didn't come out, but you know, that's deep if that's true and that's what happened.
yeah, it was some stories to it.
I'm sure it's a whole lot. But all right, I got to get on this bike.
Okay, BJ. Well, I appreciate you
too,
for
man. I
joining
ain't
the
seen him
show.
in a while. Love you too, man.
Hey,
You
but
looking
before
good.
you get off, let the people know what where they can reach you at and what you got going on.
You can check me out on TikTok and Instagram under all underscore natural underscore T. All natural T. All underscore natural underscore T on TikTok and on Instagram. It's an all natural tea with 4 ingredients: mint, lemon, honey, and THC. It helps keep you sleeping. And actually it's been working better than Viagra. Yeah, I've been doing some work with natural.
Okay, there we go.
Getting it in, baby.
There we go.
You know. All right, fellas, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get out of here, get on this bike. Love
Okay,
y'all,
well,
man.
thanks for joining the
Be safe.
show. We're gonna get with you later.
All right.
All right,
Be
peace.
safe.
Okay, Easkies. Well, we're gonna go on ahead and let you finish it up, and then we'll probably close it out in a little bit if don't nobody else come in.
Yeah, we ain't gotta wait for them. They just gonna have to view it later.
For sure.
Sorry, need not be said. But that's just something to think about. You know, that's a good guideline to life. Don't do nothing crazy out here when you know it's gonna come back on you. If it don't come to you, it might hit your kids, you know, somebody you love close to you. I think that's what karma was designed for. Give you something to think about. Even the scriptures say, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. So, hey, don't do it if you don't want it done.
Right, I agree. So in that aspect, guys, just try to live your life, do things right. No, I mean, you know what right from wrong. You know what you feel in your heart. A lot of people might not believe in karma, but definitely things come back on you, especially for things that you've done wrong to others. So, you definitely reap what you sow. So watch what you do because it may not just come back on you, it may come back on your goddamn kids. So definitely be careful on what you do and choose the things that you do wisely because it may hurt your kids.
Not believing in karma is like not believing in taxes of the IRS because you're going to have to pay them.
Right. So on that note, if you got anything else to add, E?
I think enough been said.
Right. Okay, well, we thank y'all for another episode at the What Up Though Show, and we'll get with y'all soon. Peace.
Holla.
We out.